Hey tubers and pickers, it's Drew the California Picker. Welcome back to my channel, California Pickin', and really pumped up today about a nice thrift store find, and found a bunch of items completely disconnected, but in different types of genres, and you just got to be diverse. As a picker, you got to go in there and be able to recognize anything, you know, from an antique to a toy to, you know, some good clothing, good value for resellers. So you just got to be diverse. So that's why you got to look around and don't focus on just one thing. Learn about other stuff, and you'll find all kinds of stuff. That means that you will be diversified, which is better than being a niche picker. Because a niche picker, let's say you just look for sterling silver, or let's say you look for just porcelain plates, you might be disappointed a lot of the time. So when you're a diverse picker and you know all kinds of genres and styles and categories, you can really rake it in, you know. Alright, so let's go to this first item. I thought this was kind of interesting, very colorful painting it appears to be by this artist, FRED Donn, B-O-N-N, and it appears to be a painting done on board in kind of a primitive, kind of cartoony style, but I liked it. Really nice. FRED Donn. I'm not familiar with Fred's work, but let's turn it around. It's a nice label on the back. And this has a nice label from FRED Donn, The New Nostalgia. Gives his address where he lives, and it gives his phone number in case you want to buy more artwork. So that's down in Orange County somewhere, 714. And then down here, a nice image, a depiction of the Angel Flight tram. And that was an old tram that we used to have in LA. And for many, many, many years it was out of commission, and then recently it was reinstalled and refurbished, and that's what that is. It's just a very tall hill that way back when, turn of the century, I think, they built this kind of tramway to go up the hill, and it was called Angel's Flight. So that's an interesting little piece of LA trivia there. This is kind of hard to do with one hand, but I liked it. It was $5.99. Can you see that? $5.99. And I think that, you know, might go for something like, who knows, you know, 40 bucks. We'll just play it by ear. It's an interesting piece. This I found in the trash, actually, so this is not a thrift store find, but it's an old rusted bridle bit. Hand-forged bridle bit. It's got to be 150 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. Really cool horse's bridle bit. You know, free. I think that'll go for $5 to $10. And look at this guy. He's a very heavy steel, solid, like cast steel elephant. I thought it was lead initially, but it's got a lot of nice rust on it, which means it's got some other metals in it that make it rust, not just lead. Lead doesn't really rust, but this is steel. This is like, I don't know, cast steel. It weighs a ton. This thing probably weighs, I'm saying like 3 pounds, this little weight. At least 3 pounds. Look at him. So he was cool. Saw him in the showcase. Thought he was really interesting. And I paid $2.99 for that. Can you see that? $2.99 for him. And I don't know, I might just keep that for myself. He's just so cool. But if you wanted to sell him, you could probably get 30, 35 bucks for him, because he's just solid. And where are you going to find another one? Very sculptural. Nice piece. And next, really great cat made out of some type of, like, I don't know, composition ceramic, I don't know. He's black, so he's not going to show up on my black background, so this colored background actually works pretty good. But look at him, he's like a panther, I think. Is that a panther? Or is that a house cat? I don't know. But I liked his pose, very vertical. Really nice. There's all kinds of cat collectors out there. And to me, he totally looked like cast iron. I thought when I was going to pick this up, I thought, bingo, we got cast iron here. He's got a great finish. And it's really got a nice patina, which somebody's trying to emulate cast iron. Or bronze, actually. Really bronze. Because there's some little bit of green patination down here near the feet. But got a good deal on that, $4.99. Sorry, I'm not in macro settings, so you can see a little better from back farther. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but that was $4.99, and just a lot of great cat collectors out there. They go wild for this stuff. So I'm thinking this guy, I'm thinking 25, 35 bucks. And I think it would even go up from there. Just start it out, see what happens. He's just got a lot of character. Where are you going to find another one, you know? Next, a very cool vintage handbag. It's made out of this plastic cording material. Look at the concentric circles, very 60s, early 70s, mid-century, just full-on groovy. It's in excellent condition. I sat around and I thought about this thing, and I was like, should I get this? Should I not get this? What am I, a fool? Of course I'm going to get this. It's got a nice little kind of Art Deco-y kind of clasp. And purses and shoes, guys. Women buy purses and shoes. And I'm not too proud to sell women's clothing or shoes or anything. As long as I can turn a buck. And the price on that was $5.99. There was an old zipper in here with a name on it. It escapes me right now. But the inside is immaculate, and I think this purse could bring, I don't know, I'm guessing $60 to $100. I mean, I'm just guessing, but it's in that great a shape. Look at it. It's all cording. It's all this like plastic spiral cording. Really cool. Anyway, moving on. Got a nice piece of this is a nice piece of stained glass, vintage old stained glass in a nice little frame that used to be a door. And here's the back of it. There's a pewter piece of hardware there. That's the latch. And look at this old hardware back here. This old metal hardware. I'm going to spin it around so you can see it in the light, but it's really beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. I might keep this for myself. I don't know. And I can tell it's old. And here's the hinges. And then there's this paint is actually alligatoring, which means that it's shrinking and causing these little patterns. That's called alligatoring. It's been painted somehow with this wine grape color. And I might just remove a little bit of those overruns, but got it for $5.99, and I don't know, I think this might be a $40, $45 item. I mean, that's vintage, old, stained glass, which doesn't come around very often. and in a nice small size, I think I could get that. Next we got, let's just move over here, move on down, and I got a nice large firkin bucket. And you're going, Drew, what's a firkin? What's a firkin? And I'm not swearing, it's called a firkin bucket, and it's a primitive, folk art primitive. It was where they used to store stuff, and there it is, a wooden firkin bucket with its bail handle, swivel bail handle. That's my specialty, folk art primitives, love it. Paid $4.99 for that, and that could do real good. I think that could be like a $40 item unpainted. If I paint it, it could go maybe to $75. We'll just have to see. So moving right along, and the real thrust of my picking today was this. This is sterling silver goblets. Getting a lot of glare in here today. Sterling silver. It's marked 925. This is from Thailand. And when I turned these over, I thought, this is, this is plated. This is nothing. And then I looked and I saw the mark. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it says Thailand 925. And that's the mark of sterling. So apparently the people in the back room did not pick this up, and they put it out on the floor. And much to my surprise, I picked it up and saw it was sterling. Now let's go to the weight. Here's my little digital scale. I have it on ounces. This is on ounces, guys. There it goes. Right now it's got some plastic tape which weighs something. 6.65. Let's do that again. 6.65 ounces of silver. Let's go over here to the calculator. 6.65 times, let's just say $20 today. I mean, it might be 19, might be 18, I don't know. But let's just round up. $133 of scrap in that one. And of course, I don't have just one. I have two. That one's a little heavier. 6.72 6 ounces, 0.72. We got 133 on the first one, or yeah, $133 on the first one. Let's just remember that. And clearing this, we got 6.72 times 20. 134 and 133. Let's just do that. 133. That's $260. $67. Maybe take $7 off for the tape. So we're talking about $260 in silver today, guys, from that. But that's not all, because guess what? When you're a subscriber to California Pickin', you know you're going to always get surprises. And look what I found. A beautiful piece of sterling silver. Gorham silver maker. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. As I said, I'm not in macro today, because then you can't see. I got to get a new camera, but anyway, sorry about that. But it's Gorham silver 925, and it's got hallmarks. And look at the price, $1.99. By the way, you saw the price on those, $4.99 for each one of those bundles. So $1.99. I was waiting to see if they had the other one, because that would totally increase the value, not only silver content, but now let's throw it on. I got to turn this upside down. It's so large. Here we go. Let's weigh this puppy. So there we go. Whoa, 4 ounces. 4 ounces at $20. There we go. Wow. $80 right there. And no debate, you just bring this in. Well, if you get $20 for scrap, which probably you won't, you'll probably get about 15 or so. But anyway, that's the value of that. 80 and 260 plus 80, $374 in silver today, or $340, let's say. Incredible. Not counting all these other little finds. So, wow. Wowzy, wow, wow, wow. California Picker, and gosh, Goodwill was kicking butt today. I should go back there. I'm just on a roll. Anyways, that's me, Drew the California Picker. Hope you liked my silver find. Wow. Almost as good as Paul the Warwick Warrior. Anyway, shout out to Paul and the resale grind. Anyway, guys, thought you'd like this. So, anyway, share the video, please. And leave your comments. Ask any questions. Give me some encouragement. You know, all that stuff. And share the video, like it. Come on back to California Pickin', alright guys? Keep on picking. Cheers.